It's Weather Impact Live. Welcome here on a Wednesday, May 27th. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Hey.
Hey, I'm meteorologist Lee Southwick, and we missed you yesterday. Nice to have you back.
Yeah, I took the day off. A little PTO, extended Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, as you should. Did you do some fun things over the weekend at all?
I did a lot of productive things over the weekend.
That's great.
I did a little gardening. I'm working on building some bricks around my flower bed ahead of the wet season, because everything.
Perfect.
Just trying to get ahead of tropical season here too,
and all the rain that we're about to have too. Just teasing ahead to some things that we're talking about today.
And talking about the tropics and rain and everything, we do want to start off with a little talking tropics.
Yeah.
Because, everybody wants to know about this. And not only here at the studio, but I have been asked by other people outside of work. They come up to me and say, hey, what have you seen the long-range GFS model?
We are in that time of year now, people, where the GFS is going to start showing storms consistently 10-plus days out. It's just what it does, okay?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
That is for June 4th. Heading into the 5th to 6th. No,
relax.
Yes. Relax. Long range shows 8 to 10 days out. Long range guidance is highly uncertain. And during hurricane season, especially the GFS, very notorious for over a week out. It will throw up run after run. We're going to get to that in just a few minutes, though. We're not there yet. That is out of Laos, and I'm not sure if there we go. We'll come back to that. There's a little tease.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
that is out of Laos, and we actually got some good news about what's going on with that. If you've heard about the trapped cave. People in a cave out there. We'll come back to that in a few minutes. A little tease there for you.
Yeah, but first we do want to talk about this because you're going to see some of those weather fanatic Facebook pages. They're going to post this. They're going to have it big, bold, bright words that are scary words in all caps, and they want you to share it.
I could have easily just been a big circle.
Yeah,
with an arrow next
they're
to
do.
it.
And
big old thing like this.
Don't forget that you can always message us, reach out to us. If we're not talking, we're going to tell you when it's time to be concerned. We stress all hurricane season long for you. That's our job. We will tell you when it's time for you to be concerned. So if you start seeing this pop up, and we're not talking about it yet because we're not concerned, because you need a lot of things to make a forecast more certain. You need model consistency. We don't have models agreeing with that right now. Perfect. And so there are so many different factors that we need for us to put some credit towards that forecast. And right now, it's not there. So if you see a scary storm popping up, and it's the GFS, and it's popping up later on today on your Facebook page, relax, like you said.
Relax.
It's okay. It's okay. We will tell you if it. I'm not saying absolutely not. You're going to continue to see this through the season. The GFS almost always 2 weeks out has some sort of scary storm. We won't tell you about it every single time because we would all be panicked for the entirety of hurricane season.
Now, if we start getting multiple models about a week out.
Exactly. That's the consistency. We need model consistency. And then we are going to talk about it. We're going to be right back on this stream saying, hey, we just want to give you a little heads up. We'll put it on our social media, on our website, in the newscasts. So when we're talking about it, we're telling you for a reason. You actually do need to be concerned.
I think one of the key things people need to understand is that weather models are a tool. They're basically and it's a very crude sense, they are an elaborate calculator.
Yeah.
But it's a calculator where you don't really, 1 + 1 = 2, but instead, especially if you're looking a week out, you're looking at 1 to 5 plus 1 to 5 might equal 3. That's kind of the best way to describe it, I think, because you don't really know the initializing factors. There's all this extended chaos theory and everything. So when we're looking at that long range, just something we're going to keep an eye on, but there's still a lot of uncertainty here. For the time being, though, no tropical formation is expected over the next 7 days, nor the 2-week outlook. The global hazards map doesn't have anything. Something in the eastern Pacific there. We're starting to get to that time of year, too, but in the Atlantic, there is nothing going on. Water temps are warm enough out there in the Gulf, though. I'm just pointing this out. but we need initialization. We need a lack of shear. There's just so many different factors here, Lee.
And I'm gonna say, we might have like a little low pressure system in the Gulf, but does it actually develop? That depends, like you said, on so many different things. So yeah, I do think we could be watching maybe a little low pressure system out there, but does it become a named storm? Does it even hit Florida? Does it go to Texas, Louisiana?
Yeah.
There's just so many uncertain factors right now.
And we are going to have tropical moisture build in over the upcoming week. That's why we have a weather impact alert for the first coast Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And maybe even extend it into Monday, even Tuesday too. There's going to be a good bit of rain. I was seeing some rainfall totals from now, today, because we will have some storms on today, through Tuesday. Rainfall totals anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain.
Wow.
So that's some beneficial rain that will help with our drought conditions.
But, this weekend...
But the timing!
Not going to be a good beach weekend out there.
I'm supposed to go fishing on Friday.
Oh, well, I mean, you can still go. You're just going to be standing in the rain on a boat.
Offshore, yeah.
Oh, that's where
winds look okay, and I was looking at we have high resolution models that we can use like 72 hours out. The graph was showing the rain holding off on Friday until like noon and later. So I'm like, if we get out there early, maybe. But that's something
that's going to be the
closely.
case, especially with added moisture to the atmosphere. We're going to get a lot of afternoon storms. In the forecast.
So if we can get out there, or everyone, think about something to do on Friday. If you can make it in the morning time outside, that's a better bet.
Well, 5 days until the start of hurricane season. Just 5.
Great.
We're almost there. Don't forget the hurricane special. What day is the hurricane special here?
Oh, I had that in my other phone.
We should know
the phone that's over there. Okay, so it's airing a couple of times.
Yes.
Let me look at the calendar.
And it'll be available to stream on FCN Plus here at any time after it does initially
So
air.
it's airing once this weekend. It's going to also air on June 1st. And then it's also going to air again later on in the week, the first week of June. So we'll put that on Facebook. How about that? I'm going to post, I'll at least go find that and I'll post it on my Facebook page. And you can do that too. And we'll get you those. But Chief Meteorologist Lewis Turner did a great job putting this hurricane special together. It's like his brainchild, and then we all did our part, of course, and helped out. But I think you guys will really like it.
Yeah, the hurricane special is always especially if you're into meteorology and or if you're impacted by hurricanes, which we are here, you'll always find it a little interesting here. Oh my goodness, this is not in the right spot. So there is speaking of the tropics, I'm just flipping out here to the other side of the world.
Let's take a quick travel around the world.
There we go. Over there. Now remember we were covering Sinlaku near Guam. This is yet another storm out there. They got a new tropical depression, tropical storm via JMA. Big fat one here. Palau in Guam. Once again, seeing rainfall from this thing.
Wow. How are they doing with,
out there in Guam?
Yeah.
Oh, they're still recovering. Because it's not like you could jump on I-10 and just show up with supplies from that storm over a month ago. Yeah. They actually still have like ships and planes coming in.
Absolutely. And I'm sure this doesn't help any sort of ongoing recovery efforts. And
the good news with it is that it is staying towards the west of Guam. So
hopefully everyone can, fly around it, take the ships around it, get to Guam, get to all the islands.
So that's Guam, Saipan. They're staying towards but what's kind of interesting? So Palau and Yap, these two islands here, a commonwealth of the United States. Then, of course, we have a lot of friends out here in the Philippines. This is staying towards east of them. But one of the big things, over 100,000, and this is big for the first coast, military personnel on that island right there.
Wow. What is that island?
That is Okinawa.
Oh, okay.
So, exactly. Everybody knows Okinawa. It's like a lot of people get stationed there. You have some of the biggest bases in the world. And this looks like it's going to come right at them, kind of. So, the good news, like Guam, is that island is built. They have a very strict building code.
Okay.
So even if they get hit by like a Cat 5, as long as everybody stays inside, they have it's actually something I think that we should think about just in general rules in the United States. I like in Guam they have this rule, and in Okinawa they do as well. They go through these things called core systems, and even our military personnel here have it. Like at Mayport and in NSJX do core systems, and at Core 1, if you're on one of the bases, you're not allowed outside. It's like against the rule. So core 1 happens when like you're under a hurricane warning.
Okay.
So
okay.
like it's against the rules to go outside during a core 1. And in Guam, the entire island's like that too.
Wow.
Because they found out like, okay, our buildings are built for it.
Yeah.
But the problem is people that always get injured when they go outside.
Yes.
So
with the debris, the trees. Yeah. So stay inside.
Stay inside.
We preach that all the time, even with just a severe thunderstorm warning. Stay inside.
And this is something, like when we get to hurricane season, we're going to stress over and over and over again, get to your safe place, kind of hunker down and wait for those storms to pass. But this one's out there here, Lee. It is enhancing the monsoon behind it. We've been seeing a lot of heavy rainfall across Southeast Asia, which gets to my point with the video I was going to show you. All right, Malcolm, our director here, you can go to this video now out of Laos, where they've been getting a lot of heavy rain. And a week ago, there we go. A week ago, there was several villagers that were out there in this, just going through the cave system. And Lee, they got trapped.
That's horrifying.
It reminds me of, remember, like what a couple years ago, the boys.
Yeah, the soccer team.
The soccer team, yeah. Well, it looks like this was a very similar setup. They actually had to send divers in and find them.
Oh, man.
Breaking news, though, just a few hours ago, it looks like information came through. 7 people are missing. 5 have been found alive.
Thank goodness. Wow.
But
that's incredible. I mean, I'm still thinking about the other 2. Are the other 2 still missing?
Yes.
You know? Okay.
So it is remarkable. 5. I don't have any other news about the other 2. Just the latest information coming through. 5 have been found alive. 2 more are still missing in this cave system here.
Thank goodness those 5 were rescued and alive, and I hope that they recover as best as they can. That's just so scary.
Oh, and I'm sure this is going to be an ongoing situation for a lot of them out here for some time ahead.
Hopefully every time, I mean, I want this to stop happening.
Yeah.
But every time, hopefully they learn something new. So obviously, like with that soccer team, they learned something. And this, when they send the divers and they know how to really search through a cave system itself is scary enough.
And from what I've heard, actually, because this is very close to where the soccer team went missing, the people that were involved in that effort have actually showed up here, and they're kind of sharing their expertise. So a little cross-country kind of communication and working together on this. But oh my goodness!
And if you don't know what we're talking about, or maybe you remember the story a little bit, but you don't know the details, there's some incredible documentaries out there about it. So I definitely recommend you go watch that.
Oh, scary stuff. Pulling back the picture, just in this part of the world too, and I wanted to share a separate video. If we can go back to our map here and we take a look at the Philippines, over the past couple weeks, they've been having a volcanic eruption going off. And I'll show you this video of this volcano. It's Mount Mayon. It is in southeastern Luzon, on the kind of the biggest island there in the Philippines. Can we throw up the video from the mountain? Because check this out, Lee.
Okay.
So this is that right there. That glow is lava coming off the top. Right?
Oh, look at that!
A nice little shooting star, a meteor.
Wow!
Oh my goodness!
What a shot!
And I guess this is black and white because this is from like their official like governmental volcano watching camera. Yes. And it actually was green when it came through. It lit up green.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Tell you the conspiracy
end
theories
of world
now,
thing.
though. Yeah, right. That people were like, that's the
the
aliens. They're coming to visit. Because there's a conspiracy theory around some of these volcanoes that aliens fly into the crater.
Oh, really?
Because they live in the middle of the earth.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So now we're sharing that news with everyone. Conspiracy theory for everyone.
Oh my goodness! Because I filmed some of these volcanoes and like all the comments on the videos are like that.
Wow.
And I'm just like, y'all are wild. I say this is a very it's kind of the collision of 2 different scientific worlds here coming together.
Cool.
Pretty neat.
Science.
Natural
science at that.
So that's what is going on out here in the tropics, and some volcanology and a little astronomy here for you. We are going to take you back to our side of the world here on the First Coast. We got some severe weather to talk about. Yeah. Firstly, do you want to go to a quick break? Can we come back?
Okay. Sure.
Talk about that.
We have new details about a heavy police presence in Jacksonville Beach. driver fired gunshots along the interstate today, prompting a police chase.
Breaking overnight, police are investigating an officer-involved shooting.
Breaking news, a major crash on I-95.
Routine controlled burn got out of control. First Coast News was the only station there.
Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with First Coast News and First Coast News Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage with First Coast News and First Coast News Plus. The First Coast News Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Had the umbrella in the back seat, the rain jacket ready to go.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
Let's get some breaking news we've been following overnight.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. First Coast News Plus, complete coverage of your local news, weather, and more.
The First Coast News weather team has your most accurate forecast with weather impact alerts to warn you about severe weather. Our team is here to help you prepare and keep you safe.
The First Coast News weather team is always on your side. Stream extended coverage on First Coast News Plus.
Talk about some severe weather. Yesterday, you had some video out of Alabama, right?
Right. Houston and Henry counties.
And well, today we got some new video out of that area from the severe weather earlier this week. Let's actually show that video because it's the same. I think the video, same area you were showing.
Yes, so there were only one or two houses that were destroyed, and so it's got to be the same house as that picture that we were showing from the sheriff's department there. How awful is that, though?
And this is out of Henry County, Alabama, part of this severe weather. Some tornadoes came through. This drone footage, and you can really see, the fact that this was tornado damage. I think drones have really changed the game on looking at damage and how, it really kind of illustrates how narrow this can be. Those other homes not really impacted much at all.
But the debris still that's thrown across the grass in the yards. But it's amazing how other houses are good to go. It's crazy how that happens. And but it hurts my heart for that family. We were also talking about the way that house is damaged. It's kind of where it looks like the roof kind of collapsed downwards, but the way the wind was blowing, the inside debris of all that home pushed off to the side. It's just very interesting how that home actually collapsed.
Yeah, hopefully, I know insurance companies come out after this and they do look at how the home did collapse, and they kind of hopefully learn and make homes better. That would be the hope. But key thing is we are also still in tornado season out here, and we're always talking about that chance of severe weather. Today, there is still a slight chance of some rough weather around parts of the Carolinas, but outside of that, looks like things have kind of calmed down a bit. Let's
hold on real quick, though. I do want to just, if anyone is watching this for the first time, because I said it yesterday, but just amazingly, they said that no one was in the home.
Thank goodness.
So, if you're watching it, you're not, it's horrific, but no injuries, thank goodness. Okay, let's move on.
Thank
Go
you,
for
Lee.
it.
All right, so let's move back to our picture here. Let's talk about what we got going on across the states as well. We can go back to our guidance, and basically this tropical moisture is still pulling in from the south. Still some rough weather around the Gulf Coast, but I think the key thing here on the First Coast is some afternoon showers, and we'll talk more on that in just a second. First, before we run out of time, Lee, you ready for
is it time?
Yes.
He's quizzing me today, guys. He's quizzing you too. Answer along with me.
So, you guys can follow along here if you're watching any of our social medias. Comment as well. So here in
social media feed.
There's a lot of fake news, a lot of misleading information out there. We have done our segment in the past where we do AI or slop, but sometimes people are just blatantly lying. So today we're going to do a segment, and we're going to work on this, but this is the first time here. Fact or cap. Basically, I'm going to give Lee a weather fact here, and am I out to lunch or am I telling the truth here?
Did Malcolm just give us an answer? Is it what he's thinking?
Malcolm, you can play along as well
What
if
did
you want to
He said
jump
something
on.
in our ear. Oh, he loves it.
So
You can play along with me.
If you want to play along there, and anybody at home, our director, or anything like that, please jump in. So,
I'm trying to-
fact or cap, the lowest pressure in an Atlantic hurricane was Wilma at 882 millibars. That was from 2005.
Do you have any of the Facebooks or YouTubes pulled up? I'm trying to pull it up to see if anyone's answering.
Fact or cap? I do not have any of them pulled.
Okay.
In the Atlantic. That's one of the key things with this one here.
I know that Wilma was the lowest pressure. I
Yes.
really feel like I know that. So and 882 seems good to me. So I'm going to say fact because I know it was, it was in the 800s. Okay, fact.
It
I'm
is a
going
fact. It is a fact. Now.
Let's go.
Patricia was lower, but that was in the Eastern Pacific.
Okay.
All right, you got it. All right.
Woo!
Not going to throw Malcolm under the bus here. I won't say what he said.
Well, that just gave it
Yeah, it's
away.
50-50. All right, fact or cap. The deadliest part of a hurricane is the wind.
Cap. Sorry, I answered that before I let
No,
Malcolm
you
answer.
got it. You got it.
What were you going to say, Malcolm?
What was
fact
Malcolm
or
thinking?
cap?
What would be your... Yeah. All right. So you can't hear him, but he just said, isn't it storm surge? And it is.
Yeah, that's why we run from water, hide from wind, because water is the deadliest part of a hurricane.
Yeah, it's that is definitely something just to remember, especially as we head into hurricane season with you can hide from the wind. And one of the things is the wind is never really the issue too. If you head outside, it's the stuff flying around in the wind that can be a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
But when that water starts to rise, you're kind of you're stuck in it, and it's definitely the most dangerous part. So always know your zone. We say that a lot during hurricane season. Know where you could have some flooding based on historic events. It's just stuff like know your zone, especially here on the First Coast and around the Jacksonville area, because there's a lot of spots I think people might be surprised if we get a major storm surge what it could impact. Next one here on fact or cap. So this one's getting a little into the weeds here, but in Back to the Future, they needed 1.21 gigawatts of electric. Is that possible with a lightning strike? Because in Back to the Future, remember...
I don't know Back to the Future. I'm awful, but I don't know that movie.
All right, we'll just go with the science part of it. And for everybody that's a movie buff or the science part. So in Back to the Future, they're stuck in the past. They need to go to the future. And Doc says, okay, if we get hit by lightning at the specific time, because we know that lightning will strike this tower at one specific time. If we harness that, we will get over 1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
So can a lightning strike provide 1.21
yeah,
gigawatts?
can it?
Okay.
Can it in
Malcolm?
theory provide 1.21 gigawatts of electric?
Malcolm, what are you going with?
Enough to
You say
power a
fact?
couple homes for a couple weeks.
So he said fact. I'm also going fact because lightning produces a lot of gigawatts.
You guys got it. 1 to 10 gigawatts of electric per lightning strike.
1 to 10 is quite a wide range. But I
yeah.
guess, you do have like small little lightning
Yeah,
strikes.
you have
got
different
big
types
bolts. Okay.
of bolts out there, positive and negative strikes. But
Yeah.
I guess in theory, you could. It's one of the few parts of that movie that are like, okay.
Maybe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, he'll be sitting here like, yeah, because he always takes movies, right, and kind of breaks them for you.
Okay.
He was the one who said, like, in Star Wars, like, all the pew, pew, pew is fake because in space there's no sound.
Oh,
Like,
don't ruin
he
all
always,
of that.
He always just ruins everything. He'd be like, this is one.
I also thought of one at the beginning of he said I could get him back, and I remembered a fun fact. So when you're done with this, I'm going to give you one.
Oh, okay.
Unless you saw it. It was kind of trending on social media very recently. So anyway. Oh, are we done? Is that it?
That's it. I just
Okay.
had 3. That was
Okay,
a
so
little segment here.
for you and Malcolm, and have Malcolm answer first in case you saw this on weather social media.
All right.
there has been a rumor going around on social media that you can tell what the temperature is by the amount of cricket chirps you hear.
I have not heard this.
Okay.
Sounds like one of those weather lores I would have heard like on the farm when I was little.
Yeah, this was like a little rumor going around like a couple weeks ago.
Is it true?
What do you think, Malcolm? Okay, he doesn't know. Do you know?
I know they can tell if the sun has gone down or not. Because during the eclipse, when the sun went away, they all came out.
So they say it's true. There's a formula. They say you count the number of chirps you hear now I feel like I gotta look it up. In a certain amount of time, 30 seconds or a minute or something, and then you add 40 to it. And they say, generally speaking, that's the air temperature.
Huh.
Now, we should try it. First, you have to be near a cricket. So we gotta try that.
You gotta be near one cricket, too.
Be near a cricket.
Not like multiple crickets that are gonna be making noise at different times. You have to count that one cricket.
And then my other fact I thought of, but now I'm nervous I'm going to get it wrong.
So you're saying that crickets are better weather forecasters than groundhogs, but groundhogs get their own holiday.
Correct. Yes, I am.
Oh,
so
hot take.
We need some
cricket
grasshopper crickets. Yeah. Give them their justice.
Give them justice for the crickets. And on that note,
we got weather impact alerts to quickly talk about as we wrap up. So lots of rain on the way with the potential for flooding. So please do be aware as we head through the weekend. We're going to have to watch out for some localized flooding.
We're actually going to talk more about this coming up at 4:30 on Weather Impact Live. This section of Weather Impact Live, we get a little bit more off the rails, kind of weather watchers worldwide.
More like a fun show for all of you weather nerds like us.
Yeah, exactly. So we try to make it fun, but the one later is going to be kind of breaking down a little bit more in detail, a little less fun. I mean, they have a good time, but.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this fun. I'm going to say it's fun because I'm here during this version.
Exactly.
So. But yeah, no, we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys staying up to date with us. And again, in all seriousness, weather impact alerts in effect for lots of rain on the way. So more information at 4:30, more information online right now, and of course in all the newscasts too.
Bye.